and welcome to today's edition of your favorite sports show, Sports 365. With me are your very friendly analysts, Dami and Abiodun as well. We've had a few chats, just before we came on air, and we're probably going to start today's show with the conversation. But just so you know, this is a preview show where we preview all the games across the four top leagues in Europe. I'm talking about the Spanish La Liga, the Italian Serie A, English Premier League, and of course the German Bundesliga. Today we would probably we'll go into the German Bundesliga first, but before we do that, just so that the viewers can also enjoy, would be a part of this conversation as well. How do we assess the current condition of Juventus, having had Ronaldo for 2 years? And if we remember, the goal was to bring Ronaldo in to take them to the next level. If you had to give on a scale of 1 to 10, if you had to score Juventus and where they are and where they, and where you think they should be, how would you say they have performed so far?
Well, I would need to ask you to clarify what you mean by next level. When you say next level, what do you mean by next level?
Yeah, I mean, if we remember when Ronaldo was signed, one of the major things that was being said was their goal was to bring Ronaldo in to win the Champions League. So basically, Juventus has obviously dominated the Italian Serie A for, I think, 5 consecutive years, and then Ronaldo, since he's joined, they've won two Scudettos.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. The saying was bring Ronaldo in, and then we win the all elusive Champions League.
Yeah. So outrightly, I would say no. They failed. They failed because they haven't won it. But of course, there will be some extenuating circumstances that, as we all know, that have resulted in that failure. But if you've asked me to outrightly say if they've been successful or not, I would say no, because it's obvious they haven't won the Champions League.
Okay, and Dami, for me, I don't want to put this on Ronaldo because it cannot be Ronaldo's fault. He's constantly produced the goals. But is it okay to assume that the other players that are currently in the squad probably haven't stepped up? Is that the reason why, as an example, they would struggle, the way they have with some of the Champions League games and even some of the games they've played in the Italian Serie A? What would you, if you had to, say something was wrong, what would you say could be the reason why, if at all, you think they haven't taken that step they promised?
Oh, well, I would say that every club recruits players for certain reasons. We all know that Ronaldo was recruited to help Juve win the Champions League, but not in all. Recruiting a player sometimes may not materialize, may not give you the results that you expect, right? So for Juve, I would say they really did not get the result they expected. Maybe there wasn't an instant impact. They didn't win the Champions League the same year they brought Ronaldo in. But if you also look at Juve, you'll see that there have been personnel changes over the years. Change to the coach, Sarri had to leave, and then Pirlo came in and he's trying to kind of rebuild the team. He would come in with his own philosophy, playing style, and things like that. And it would take some time for the team to also, get used to the new system. So I would say that given some time, we will be able to, hopefully Pirlo is successful with the team. They'll find some consistency in their play, and yeah, we'll see them get the result they desire.
Okay, well, we'd like to know what you guys think as well on this particular conversation. Please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. Maybe if we do find any really interesting comment, we might probably discuss it on our next show. So sure. Please keep your comments coming. And let's jump right in now into the meat of the conversation, which is the preview itself. Okay. And then we'll just go straight into Germany and then look at the one and only Bayern Munich. And I just want to know, what do you think about Bayern and their game for the weekend? What can we expect?
Well, Bayern is a machine. Bayern Munich is a machine. They are the typical German machine. They're well oiled from the defense, from the goalkeeper. We have Manuel Neuer. Down to the attacker, who is Lewandowski. It's a great and brilliant machine. They've scored, I think it's 38 goals, and
we're not even halfway through the season.
Yeah, they're just they're fantastic. They're a fantastic team, and if you look at the midfield as well, Goretzka has been performing like a man on a mission. We also have what's his name now? The number 7 of
On the wings?
no, just in the center midfielder.
Miller?
No, not Muller. What's his name?
I always forget as well. German.
Yeah, the German. He used to be a right
Leroy
back.
Sané?
No, he used to be a right back.
Yeah,
Yes.
he used to be a right back. I can't remember.
I have
his
it on my
name.
PlayStation privileges on the game.
Yeah, but it's the midfield is just fantastic. It's awesome. I think the only downside to their team is the defense. But aside that, I think Bayern is a fantastic team. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Biodo. Now, we'll probably move on, but just Bayern drew the last game in the league. And do you think we should be worried about that? And
Well, it was a draw with Bremen. I wouldn't say that we should be worried, and we don't expect that Bayern would win all the games of the season, right? But despite the draw, they're still top, in the league, and now they have an away game to Stuttgart this weekend. Stuttgart is not doing too badly in the league, but it's a game where I would say Bayern would be able to find their winning mentality back.
okay, well, the player that Biodo was talking about was Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah.
So he's out injured at last I checked.
Really?
So they're probably not going to have him for the game this weekend. Let's go right into the Premier League, and the one we'll probably be talking about. I'm going to give that to you, Dami. Tottenham, Chelsea. Tottenham just played Man City, and my goodness, Mourinho and his boys. It was the perfect heist, in my opinion. What do you think we can expect from this game? And Chelsea as well, they haven't done badly so far. They've been in good form. So what do you think we can expect in this game?
Yeah, it will be a game where, expect fireworks in that game. There's a
Fireworks
game.
in Mourinho?
Oh, yeah, because this is a Tottenham we know now that seem to be kind of resilient. And that's the way Mourinho likes to build his team, right? Like, a resilient, unbreakable build-up from the defensive strength and all of that. And he has very good, counter-attacking players in Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. Exactly, and he has a bench to go with it. You have Gareth Bale on the bench as well. So you expect that it's for me, it will be an end-to-end game. Chelsea is also there, coming on the back of, I think, about 3 to 4 games win in a row, and they're in the form of their lives right now. It seems as if the new recruits are kind of gelling together.
Yeah.
So I expect that it's a game where I know there will be goals for both teams, and I would expect that Tottenham would be able to take a draw away from Stamford Bridge.
Okay, well, we have the Man U game as well. I'm not going to give that to Dami because I know Dami is a Man United fan.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if asking an Arsenal fan about Man United is a good it's a good choice. But what do you think we can expect from that game? And when you look at Man United, they've had a few good results as well. They did well against Everton. They managed to they had the issue with the game they lost to what's the name of this Turkish his names are but they've had good games to go with that. So what would you say? How would you expect Man United to bounce back and play in the weekend?
Yeah, so they play against Southampton, and Southampton is really doing well. They are 5th on the table, and the only thing I think would make United win that game is because Southampton would be missing Danny Ings. Danny Ings is a man on form, and but he's injured right now. So I think United will win the game. They'll go to the Saints St. Mary's Stadium and win because, like you said, they've done well since they lost to the Turkish side, right?
Yeah.
And they've been doing well. They won against Everton. Their last game, the 1-0 win was a lucky win, but their defense has kind of improved. So, and if you're building a team based on your defense, you have the X factors of Bruno Fernandes. You have Rashford up top. You also have Cavani, who seems to be getting in the groove right now. So I think United would win that game.
Well, like Dami was just, when he heard you list some of the players, and yep, yep. This is my personal opinion. I'd like to get yours, and before we move on to the Italian Serie A, when you look at the players right now in Man United, should Man United fans be worried about the position of Pogba? Because it feels like the go-to man right now is Bruno. He's come in barely a year, and he's done things that many might even argue that Pogba hasn't done since he's joined the team.
Yeah.
What's going on in Man U, and what do you think? How do you think Man United can maybe hopefully get the best out of all these fantastic players? They've got Van der Beek as well. How do they balance this?
Well, I would say that having Pogba in the squad, getting him back into the squad and going would need more from him. But Pogba himself, because we have not seen that, I would say, the commitment that we know from Pogba. I mean, when you see him play for the national team, you see quite a lot of that. Rumor has it that, he felt even better playing at the national team level, because of lack of game time in Manchester United and all of that. But he needs to get into the game more. He needs to be more committed. There's just the way Bruno plays, you see the fire inside of him, right? I need to, see that fire in Pogba as well. And once we can get that, I know he's a top player, but if he can get that back, get his mojo back, he will get into that team again. Yeah.
Okay, well, I bet Man United fans cannot wait for things to just even get better. It's good right now, but I'd like to hear from Man United fans. What do you think about your team, and where do you think you can go from here? I mean, it's been a couple of good results, and I think overall Man United can still accomplish more. And we'd like to hear more from you, and please feel free to add your comments. And we're just going to quickly go into the Italian Serie A now, and the team of the hour, the team of the moment, the team of the week, team of the month, AC Milan. Unfortunately, it looks like AC Milan, the Zlatan factor might not be available for the weekend. What's your prediction on this? And AC Milan, what can we expect?
Well, like you said, Zlatan will be missing, and that's a big blow for AC Milan. But I expect that he'll have too much firepower for Fiorentina, because Fiorentina isn't doing well at all. They've drawn like the past two games. They lost the last one, and AC Milan, we know what they did against Napoli, who we thought was going to give them a bit of fight, but Zlatan knocked them off their perch. So I'm expecting AC Milan to win the game. It could be slightly tight, because I know Frank Ribery could show up there, but AC Milan would win the game.
Okay, a win for AC Milan. Yeah. Napoli, Roma. What's your prediction? How do you assess the form of both teams, and what can the fans of both teams expect? Hopefully, in that game.
Yeah, so if you look at Napoli and the way they've been set up by Gattuso this season, I think he's doing some good work with the team he has at his disposal. If you look at Roma as well, they've also been on the back of some very good results. Yeah. Knowing that Napoli is at home, they're in the 6th position, but they'll be missing key players. Victor Osimhen is out, injured, and they're going to be missing Bakayoko, one of their key players, due to the suspension, which the red card he got in the last game. So with that in mind, I mean, looking at Roma with Eric Mkhitaryan in the best form of his life at the moment, he has about 5 goals and I think 4 assists.
He's scored quite a few.
So looking at that, I would give Roma this game. It would be a win for Roma.
Okay.
Yeah.
A win for Roma, and we're expecting also AC Milan to do justice to Fiorentina. We'd like to know what you think about both fixtures, and of course, we would like you to represent your team and leave your comments in the comments section. We'll just jump right into the Spanish La Liga, and I guess we can start with Valencia against Atletico Madrid. I mean, I think both teams are coming in with a little bit of maybe extra level of confidence. But what can the fans expect from that game? And Atletico Madrid haven't done badly. Yao Phillips is finally coming to his own. And what do you think about the game?
Yeah, so Valencia has been, I think they've had to struggle this season. Like, they sold a lot of their players at the end of that last season. So they've kind of struggled. Fine, they're still in the ninth position, but they've not really been getting that consistency that we know of Valencia back, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yes.
Real Madrid, likewise, haven't really been consistent. They couldn't get a win in their last game, I think, against Villarreal. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's a game where it's hard to place a win in favor of Real Madrid.
Well, actually, they already destroyed Real Madrid in 2 weekends ago. That was the 3 hat-trick penalty shootout game. It's the Atletico Madrid one now. That's one, because I think if Atletico Madrid, if they bring in if they come all guns blazing, I mean, it's going to be a tough one. Yeah, I would almost literally pick Atletico Madrid over them, unless, of course, you think that they might do better.
Oh, yes.
Might do better.
So looking at Atletico Madrid, they've been unbeaten this season. They've not lost any game.
Yeah.
And they seem to be in the form of their lives.
Yeah.
Suarez will not be available, but I think they have Diego Costa back. So that's just an added advantage for them up front.
Yeah.
I think they will go away with 3 points from Valencia.
Okay, 3 points to Atletico Madrid. Real Betis, you used to be a fan of Real Betis, right? Yeah, but I mean, what would be your expectation from that game, the Real Betis game? Real Sociedad. Sorry, I kept. Oh my goodness! Yeah,
because when you mentioned I was a fan, I know that was the team I was a fan of, so.
Yeah, Real Sociedad.
Yeah,
I think they've done that. Attack is just unbelievable.
Awesome.
And do you think that this is going to be one of those shocker of a games, just like Valencia game against Real Madrid?
Well, it's first against third, so that's Real Sociedad against Villarreal, and what's Emery has done with Villarreal, it's got them playing the best football in the recent past. So it's going to be tight, and like you said, the attack, Real Sociedad, their attack is fantastic. They have the highest scoring team in La Liga, and also their defense is also very tight. They have the second best defense behind Atletico Madrid. So it's going to be an interesting game, and I really don't see a winner in this game. I think it's going to be a draw.
Okay. Well, it's one of those really weird seasons where Real Sociedad is topping La Liga, and the English Premier League, we don't know who's going to win. But I mean, we would like to hear from you, the fans, as usual. Can you let us know what you think about all of these leagues, and maybe even give your prediction as well? Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of today's show. I know we'd love to do more of these games, but hopefully we have a cracker of a weekend, with the upcoming fixtures, and we also hope that you, the fans, have a wonderful weekend. Please make sure to stay safe and take care until we see you again next time. Bye for now.